Hello folks, Neil here from I Will Always Love Video Games, and welcome to a new segment on our channel called IWALVG Salvage, where we take seemingly broken video games and video game accessories and fix them up and repurpose them for other uses. Do you happen to have a broken NES controller? Non-responsive? Doesn't work? Well, don't throw this out. Let's take this iconic controller and turn it into a really cool housing for a flash drive. First off, of course, you're going to need an NES controller. That goes without saying. Next is a flash drive. I prefer a low-profile model such as a SanDisk Cruiser Fit, a PNY Micrometal, or any other tiny drive, since they're lighter and will take up much less space than a standard-sized flash drive. Next, a USB extension cable, a male to a female, 3 feet in length should be more than enough. This cable I'm holding was actually saved from a GameStop dumpster not too long ago. A mini Phillips head screwdriver, no weird proprietary screw head shapes to mess with here. And finally, a couple of pieces of bubble wrap or a piece of foam cut to fit inside the NES controller so the buttons still retain a springy feeling. If you want something more solid, use cardboard, but you'll have to cut it smaller and make adjustments to where the screw holes are, or else you'll have a hard time getting the screws back into place on the back of the controller. Let's get started. First, flip over the NES controller and remove the 6 screws on the back housing. When you're done, don't flip the back piece over or else you may lose the screws. Instead, simply lift it up and place it down facing the same direction on a flat surface. We're going to be working primarily on the front half of the controller anyway. Next, we're going to remove the non-working circuit board. Notice how the cable is curled around several plastic posts? This is to keep the cable from tugging and moving the board inside. Take note of this because we're going to position our USB cable in the exact same manner. Remove the cable and then lift the circuit board out of the controller housing. Remove the D-pad button backing and set it aside. We're going to have to run our USB cable underneath of the top left flap. Insert your flash drive into the A-female end of the USB cable and fit it snugly alongside the upper left of the controller housing. This particular cable, which I believe is an Xbox 360 USB cable, along with the Cruiser Fit, actually fits perfectly into the space. Firmly hold down the A-female end with your left hand as you wrap the cable around the plastic posts the exact same way I am, making sure to keep the cable nice and taut to prevent it from being too loose. To prevent any kind of slipping or looseness, make sure to push the cable as far down between the posts as possible. Now replace the D-pad backing. By the way, you can also do this with an SNES controller, but there's much less space inside the front housing, and it's bulkier than an NES controller, which is nice and flat. Take your bubble wrap or foam, place it over the entirety of the inside of the housing, and hold in place as you replace the back cover of the housing. Make sure none of the bubble wrap or foam is sticking out of the controller's sides. This new inner padding is going to slightly push up on the back housing as well as the screws, so you're going to have to hold the housing down tight as you re-screw the two ends back together. The screws should have no problems going straight through the padding unless you used cardboard, which is why I stated earlier you'd have to make some cutting adjustments. And that's all there is to it. Your non-working NES controller is now a cool, lightweight housing for portable memory. And as an added bonus, the buttons and D-pad should still have a nice springy feeling to them. A nice repurposing of a classic gaming icon and an extremely easy mod that practically anyone can do. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure to put your favorite MP3 and MP4 files on the flash drive before putting it in the NES controller, and just plug it into your smart TV, your PC, or your Blu-ray player if it has a USB input, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, no, yeah, I didn't mean to put that on. My wife's gonna kill me. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and check out our other videos and subscribe to us as well so you'll know as soon as new videos are available. Also, check out our Facebook page where we do random Steam game giveaways every week.